Alright.
I'm gonna have to, in a minute, like when I'm done, convert a boner. So, awesome.
Recording.
You want to keep it?
Yeah.
Alright, context for a boner. We just recorded a ballad of Never After, and Kenzie abbreviated it to like boner because that's what it is. That's the context. God damn it. Hello everybody and welcome back to Letterbox Book Club. My name is Claire.
And I'm Mackenzie.
Today is just a fun little bonus episode because Kenzie has read and smashed out a lot of books and or fanfics recently. So we are going down a little pipeline. She's going to explain to me what happens in Credence and just explain to me like all the books that all the fics and everything that she's read in between. Because yeah, she has a bit of time and she smashes everything out and I'm just curious.
And by a bit of time is that I stay up way too late at night and then regret it in the morning because I have small children, but it's fine.
It's fine. No, but she's consumed a lot of content and I'm very intrigued as to what everything entails. So
okay, well in the past couple of weeks I've smashed out the Curse for True Love series. So I was like, I need a palate cleanser, before I go into like our next bout of books that we're going to go into. And I kept seeing, and for like the last couple of years really, I've seen Credence on big I can't talk today, on Book Talk, Credence by Penelope Douglas. Now on the cover it's like trees and stuff, like the pine forest or whatever, because it's in the mountains in Colorado. And I was like, sick. And it seemed like it's called like Credence, like it's called like it seemed like a little bit spooky. I thought it was going to be mysterious. I was wrong.
No, she was lied to.
Yes. And also because I don't read blurbs.
Notorious.
So I would like to start this off with fucking Book Talk at Light. So you can't follow along at home, but for those following along at home, Claire, I'm going to draw you a graph.
Okay, yes, I love this. Okay.
So the main chick is called, and I'm going to get confused because I read another one recently. What is her name? Tiernan.
Tiernan. Yep, okay.
Now, I left myself enough room, so I'm going to go down.
Oh my god.
The main girl is called Tiernan, and her parents are Amelia and Haas.
Oh yeah, because there's a whole family tree aspect to it.
De Haas, that's her last name.
Hans de Haas.
These guys, dead.
Oh, rip.
They killed themselves.
Oh, fun. Why?
Because he had cancer.
Okay, and he didn't want to live anymore?
Without her. And also they're famous actors.
Okay, so like he died because he had cancer.
No, he had cancer and he was dying. So he killed himself anyway, and they couldn't live without each other.
Oh, okay, so she killed herself because that. Okay.
Now, Tiernan, they never loved her.
Okay.
They didn't care about her. Okay, they shipped her off to boarding school as soon as they could. Okay, they just had her because of the image and stuff. And then there was all like these things coming out like in the tabloids and stuff because they're famous actors that they weren't spending enough time with her. So sometimes they take her on holidays.
So like it's a PR kid.
Anyway, yeah. So she is 17. Okay, parents are dead, right?
Yeah.
Her mum had an assistant called Moira, I think, something like that. Anyway, yeah, Miara. Anyway, it was weird.
Moira.
No, but it felt weird. Anyway, okay. So she's still around, and she was like the surrogate mother.
Yep. Okay.
In the will, she wasn't left to Mira. She was left to Hans's, has a stepbrother.
Oh, Jesus. This is where it gets funky.
Yeah. Called Jake. So that's, I'm going to put in quotation marks. Uncle.
Yep, okay.
Because she's not like its step.
It's not, yeah, not blood related.
He has 2 kids.
I love this. Do it like this more often. Like an interactive presentation.
Can't type. Right, backwards. Anyway, no.
Can't type.
Can't type.
Writing on it with a pen. So who's the first kid?
Noah.
Noah, okay.
And
you can just flip it around and write and then show me, it's fine. And Caleb with a K, okay. Alright, they're different.
now, Tiernan and Hans, and Amelia, they live in L.A.
Okay.
Okay, these guys live in Colorado.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and then they live
In a mountainside.
I'm drawing a pretty picture.
Picker. I'm going to take a photo of this at the end and we'll post it on the stories when this is released.
And then there's a barn.
Oh, cute.
With horses. I can't draw horses, but
Nay.
they... and then they have hair, I guess.
I guess.
And there's also like a shed, like a workshop, because they fix up motocross bikes.
Okay, so it's like a mini farm in a way with all these, like homestead.
Is that they live on the mountain. It's like on the peak, right?
Okay, oh, it must be nice.
So this is the road with the trees, and then the town is over here, like really little, all the way down here.
So it's a journey to get to town.
Yeah, and in winter, so from October to April,
Mm-hmm.
in America because backwards. It snows.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. All right. So the road's blocked up. So they're stuck.
So in preparation for winter, they'd have to do a big haul of supplies.
And they hunt. Of course. They hunt elk and deer and stuff.
I don't think we need to draw that.
Hole in its head because
Jesus Christ.
They
She's getting too into it. What the fuck?
they hunt with guns. That's a gun.
That's the gun.
And then they also can their own food.
Okay, cool. So, of course, they're like wilderness preppers, like, of course.
Okay, so next page. We can take a photo of all this. So in 10 weeks, Tiernan is going to be 18.
Okay.
But in 8 weeks, they're going to be snowed in.
Okay, oh no, the math is not mathing.
Yeah, hang on.
So 2 weeks into the snowstorm, she'll be 18.
But this doesn't really line up in the book, but it's fine.
Okay, oh wow, a bit of continuity error?
Anyway, so, yeah, Jake is, I don't know, late 30s, something, had kids young. Anyway, same thing. That doesn't matter, okay? Uncle Jake. And Tiernan is doing, like, school online and stuff. Like, it's very, like...
Because she's living with them, they're in the wilderness, like, remote learning.
Yeah, remote learning, that's the one, thank you. But she's all depressed and sad because she's come to the realization that, like, she didn't love her parents.
And her parents probably didn't love her. And just left her behind. Okay, cool.
And then there's like some intricacies. The boys, they just fuck. They just fuck everyone. They just fuck.
Wilderness fuckers.
Because they gotta get it out of their system before winter, you know, when they can't fuck. Yeah.
They can't hold it for like a few months. Jesus Christ. They can't just wank it out.
Yeah, they met lefty and righty, like anyway, so fuck everything, and Tannen's like, oh my god, this is weird, and I'm kind of jealous because they're kind of hot.
This is where the dubious stuff happens.
And there's like a few like dubious like things anyway to start with, and you're like, ugh, gross. Anyway, and then and Caleb is a mute because he hasn't spoken since he was 4 because he was locked in a car for like 4 days while his mum went on a like drug binge, and now she's in jail.
Okay, fun. Poor guy.
Yeah, and there's some other like motocross boys, and they're like, ooh, she's a pretty new toy in town. I'm gonna fuck her. Yeah. Okay, and she's like, ew, no, I don't want to fuck you. I want to fuck my cousin.
Step cousins.
Anyway, and then also like a couple of times she refers to Jake as Uncle Jake, and I'm like, ugh. Anyway, so then like one night she's all like, what do you guys like do in winter? Like blah blah blah. And they're like, this is what we do. This is Noah and Caleb, right? This is what and they put on a porn movie. Oh my god. And then they're all just like mutual masturbating.
Could they just not do that for like the 3 months?
In the lounge room all together, they're mutual masturbating.
What a bonding moment.
Noah's all like, I don't know, like he's kind of into the sharing. And he's like, but like I get to pop your cherry, like that's mine, blah blah blah. Yeah, it's the whole thing. Yeah, anyway, no.
Is Noah the oldest?
No, Caleb's the oldest. Then Noah, and then Jake's uncle.
It's weird that he has that sort of dynamic and he's the youngest. I don't know. When I'm thinking about familial dynamics, I don't know.
I think because he's like, I want it like the other guys, like they always get stuff, but like I want. Okay, but then that doesn't happen. Then Uncle Jake takes her virginity in a truck.
Oh my god. So why does Jake get all lovey-dovey with... It's a whole thing in itself, isn't it?
Yeah, because... there's like this whole thing where he was in love with someone and then her parents made that disappear.
Okay.
So he's like, this is my revenge. Like,
oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's like, they took away like her, so like, no, fuck you.
That is gross motivation if I've ever heard it. Jesus Christ. Alrighty, before we continue, I have to say, this Tiernan sounds like she's in danger. Like, this is not a safe space for her at all. Okay, so yeah, Uncle Jake is wanting to fuck her as like a revenge thing. Yeah. Okay, that's so fucking gross. And then his sons are just predatory towards her as well.
Yeah, I forgot as well that there's this whole like not only do they have like their house on the peak, but they have like a fishing hunting cabin that's further into the forest. Okay. And so on the night that Caleb comes back, he kind of like sexually assaults Tiernan. Okay, that's a gropey situation, but also like she's kind of into it.
Right, it's the dubious consent thing where she doesn't say yes or no, but like is into it in the moment.
Yeah.
But also probably feels violated afterwards.
Yeah.
Anyway. Ugh, okay.
Anyway, so then like she's fucking Jake. She's like, oh my god, Jake's the one, blah blah blah. Then she fucks Noah and Caleb in a threesome style. So Noah is in the front door and Caleb's in the back door.
Oh Jesus, okay.
The whole thing. Yeah, but like Caleb's just like weird because he's mute. Like but she's into it. So and then there's like this fire situation, and then the boys in town situation, and then she's like, oh my god, I'm in love with Caleb, blah blah blah. But she has to leave. She writes this letter like, I have to learn to listen, like blah blah blah.
Has to learn to listen. Is it because he's mute?
Yeah. Oh my god. Anyway, so then she flies back to LA. And it's been 8 weeks, and then Noah comes out because he got a sponsor for his motocross.
Okay, fun.
And then Jake's there as well, and then she goes outside. Oh, and there's like this tire swing thing that her parents used to play on, and she's all like, no one ever used to push me, blah blah blah. And then like Mira like cut it down when they died, but then she goes outside and like there's a new one on there.
Thanks, Uncle Jake.
Caleb is there.
Oh,
yeah,
plot twist.
and then he's like something about listening, and then he talks again.
Okay,
he's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I love you, like it's a whole thing.
Oh my God.
And then he pushes her in the tire swing.
That's cute. Love that. Is that the end?
Yeah, that's the end.
So she ends up with Caleb.
She ends up with
Out of
Caleb.
all that.
Yeah.
See, look, I would have expected maybe... I understand there's a front door and back door, but there is a special side door, you know what I mean? Surely, I'm surprised that it didn't go that far. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I think it did at one point.
Like all three of them.
Not all three of them.
See, that's what I would have expected at that point. But I feel like the brothers sharing with their dad in a way would be gross. Okay, so what aspect of this did Book Talk lie to you about?
Well, everyone's like, oh my God, it's so smutty, blah, blah, blah. Like, I wasn't warned about the incest, non-incest.
Okay, right.
I get forbidden love, but Jesus fucking fuck. You're like, you know?
I mean, yeah. But I think sometimes people go into these things and they don't consider the relationship dynamics.
Are you thinking about fucking your cousins?
No. It's like everyone who picks this book up, you're like, they have that fantasy.
So yeah, there's that. And so from that, I read, they were like, if you like this, then you should read this. It's called Birthday Girl, and it's where this girl, who is of age...
Whose birthday girl by?
Penelope Douglas. Oh, okay. Yeah. She just ends up with her boyfriend's dad, which is fun, and I'm into that. Okay.
Everyone is of appropriate age?
Yes, and her boyfriend cheats on her, so...
Like, it's like another revenge situation.
Yeah.
Because, you know, on the internet, people always joke about, like, if you cheat on me, I'm going for your parent.
Yeah. And then they end up having kids and getting married and stuff, so that's great.
The implications of that alone, just that family tree.
He's only 38 because they're 20, and so he had the kid at 18.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, fun. Love that. Jesus Christ. 20 and 38, I mean, 18 years is still a pretty hefty age gap, but like that will fulfill the urge of the age gap lovers.
Yes, I was into that. That was cool.
It's better than an 18-year-old and an immortal 500-year-old Faye.
And then what I didn't realise is that way back in the day when I read Punk 57, which again Book Talk liked me about, but anyway, it's full of smut, very smutty, but it's about high schoolers. And I think I said to you, I can suspend my disbelief and pretend that they're in college and like get into it. But that was also by Penelope Douglas. So I should have connected the dots, and that should have been my first clue as to what I was getting myself into. So yeah.
Yeah, because I have seen Credence popping around on the Book Talk space, and also a lot of people who are very smutty heavy with their books, they always recommend Credence. I think there's another one called like Priest.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That's pretty smutty as well. So yeah, I feel like they're all not too dissimilar. Like, people just want porn in a book with really obscure, taboo fantasy relationships, and like that's fine. That's the safe space outlet. It's just like porn for women, I guess. Like, it's no different to fellas predominantly.
Picking up step-sister porn. Yeah.
But I also have, like, maybe, like, a theory on that type of thing. Like, when they look up step-sister or whatever type of porn, they're not viewing it as the relationship. It's, like, the two similar-aged adults.
People I've spoken to who watch porn, they're like, I'm not in it for the story. Like, I'm just clicking what's most popular.
Yeah, you just want to see two people fuck. That's it. Yeah, fair. And the ladies, predominantly these days, want to read it.
Yeah.
And then try and maybe convince their partners to get into it as well. Fun. But yes, I have heard of Credence, and you said you wanted to scrub your brain like 3 times, and like you feel yucky.
I do feel yucky.
You've sacrificed so much for the potty, Kenzie. Your brain. You're gonna get like a porn, like a smut rotting brain.
Well, I have 2 HD Carlton books to read.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, good luck. I mean, if you've conquered Haunting Adeline and Credence, like, you're prepared for anything. If you want to get into any of the weird dark stuff, like those 2 books, they are your prerequisite, and then Godspeed. Alrighty, and to lighten the mood, what any fanfics you've read? I know you went on a bit of a binge when we finished Dramini.
Yeah, I read Breath Mints and Battle Scars.
Which also had some controversy with the whole, like, bookbinding and removing from AO3 or wherever it's from.
Yes.
That whole drama.
And then I also read A Debt of Time, which ruined me.
And that was Sirius and
Hermione. Yeah. That ruined me. And then I also read All the Young Dudes, which I didn't enjoy, and it was a slog. But
What's all the young dudes?
It's about the Marauders.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. You really like diversified.
Yeah.
Like though it's still Harry Potter, but like you've gone different relationships and aspects.
And my next one is another Hermione one, which is Secrets and Masks.
Ooh, also
So it
controversy.
has been removed now.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Like, if you want to read it, go.
I forget why. Are they removing it because of the bookbinding?
Because of the bookbinding.
Okay, selling. Ever since then, I've been seeing a lot of people showing tutorials on how to bookbind as well.
Yeah.
Which is, it's still a lot of work and something that I'll never do, but like you might be crafty enough to do it.
I've thought about it, but here's my thing. It's like I could invest my time and money into doing it, or like I'd rather pay someone not for the book, but like I'd rather pay someone for the time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That it took them to bind it. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Or like I suppose bookbinding is a whole big process. Like you can't just be like, here's the cover, you do it yourself. So what was Breath Mints and Battle Scars about? A spoiler alert, I guess, if you're not into that, but...
8th year of Hogwarts, and they've gone back after the war. Yeah, they've gone back after the war. And it's Hermione, like, realising how affected she was by the war, and then seeing, like, she has visible scars, but Draco has, like, invisible scars, and then they bond over their, like, tormented souls.
Of course.
And then they fall in love. Yeah, love that. Yeah.
And the Hermione Sirius one?
Yep, so Hermione is sent back in time after the war.
Like Time Turner style?
Time Turner style.
See, I know some Harry Potter bits and pieces.
Yeah, by Remus and Sirius. And she's sent back, and she tells Dumbledore, there's a letter that, like, Remus says, like, this is meant to happen this way, which, again, like, leads into your thing of, like, time is always happening as a loop.
Yep.
And she has a letter, and he's like, okay, cool, I'm going to place you with, like, a wizarding family, and we're just going to pretend that you're an orphan.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, and she is adopted by the Potters. So she becomes Maya Potter, because James is like, I'm not calling you Hermione, I'll call you Maya. And then it's her growing up with the Marauders, and like first of all she has a relationship with Remus for a bit.
Okay.
And then
is she the same age as the Marauders?
She gets sent back. Well, she de-ages, to 11.
Okay.
Yeah,
and then grows up with them.
Yeah. And then it's her and Sirius in the end. And she also brings Sirius back from the dead after the war.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she found a way of like there's a whole like blood debt kind of vibe as well. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Yeah. Okay.
Here's the thing, like, yeah, there was no like age gap situation because the Sirius that we know, like from the Harry Potter universe, is
she comes back as like 20 something, and he's like.
Oh, okay, right. Oh, I mean, yeah, but they've already been in love and they still feel that love.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I get that. And again, it's one of those things that, like I've always said, like same, yes, Poppy, same as Cursed Child, where like it's not Harry Potter, it's just like in a magical universe.
They use the template in the universe. Yeah, for sure. And then the Marauders one in general.
It's about Remus, like it's centered around Remus and him growing up in Wizarding Society and stuff, and I just didn't like his characterization in it and stuff. Like they made him like bully and like tough.
Oh, okay. And like if you look at him in like the Harry Potter like movies and stuff, like he's a bit of a wimp. Because I know there's a huge fan base for the Marauders online and everything, and everyone they like writing works about them and their depictions and like their little fan canon aspects and everything. So, very good. Yeah, you've been on a bit of a reading binge.
Yes. Yes, I have.
I'm going to have to return the favour at some point.
That's okay.
I realised when I was thinking about this, I had some repressed memories pop up. And like I was super into like the 100 back as like in terms of like a fandom that like I wasn't involved in, but I was always like in and about that. Yeah. So like I might have to, I'll find some the 100 fics and read some, and then I'll report back to you just as to even it out. I'm sure there's a lot out there. I know that there was huge shipping wars back in the day between characters. Bellark, yes. Oh, yep. And Bellark v. Clexer was the main thing. Yeah. Have you seen The 100?
Yes. I never finished it though because it got a bit silly.
Yeah, I haven't. I think I didn't watch past season 3.
I know that in real life, Bellamy and Clark are married.
Yeah. I didn't start season 4, and then all I know is that there was like cannibalism. Yeah,
and then there was all this like wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff.
Yeah. Like they end up back in space, and then the cryogenic sleep, and then like they
like hundreds of years.
Yeah, and then they go on another planet
and
similar
then
to
in
Earth.
The end, like Clark just goes to Earth. Like she can sacrifice, like she can save everyone, but she has to go to Earth. But then like some people meet her there. Yeah. Because they chose to sacrifice as well. Yeah,
because Clark was always sacrificed.
Yeah, they're allowed to go to Earth, but like they can't like. Yeah. Their line ends with them.
Yeah, I know how it kind of ends, but yeah, like that.
That hurts.
Yeah, got a little goofy from what I saw online. A little bit ridiculous. But yeah, no, I'll hunt down some fics and I'll report back to you.
Perfect.
Cool. Alrighty. Yeah, this is mainly just to talk about, like, Credence as well, because, like, that's so funny.
I'm going to take a photo of this. I'm going to put it on the stories and say, can anyone guess? Well, I'm going
to... Anyone guess? Credence is right there.
Oh, yeah, and their names. I'll take a photo of this and I'll cross out.
Just be, like, explaining to Claire the relationship of this whole thing. God damn. Yeah. That was fun, though. You drawing everything.
Thank you.
I feel like the deer that got shot was a bit unnecessary.
It was a whole, like, thing in the book because they had to know that she could protect herself without them.
Oh, so she shot the deer?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, there's like a few deers that like killed and stuff.
Essentially wilderness men. Like, they gotta hunt, they gotta do that. They're gonna teach her a lot, apparently. So, at what point do they do anything where she's of age? Like, it's already statutory at that point.
Well, like, in winter, everything, the threesome and stuff, she's of age. Oh, okay. Yeah. Most of it is when she's...
Oh, yeah, but it's still in a way predatory. Yeah. Oh, the poor girl. Poor Tiernan. Tiernan, Jesus. Oh, thank you for that.
But then also, like, when I was a teenager, I kissed two brothers, so... At separate times.
Do they know?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, but, like, it's not like they're getting, like, off on that idea or whatever. Like, I don't know how else to say that respectfully. Like, it's not something that they enjoyed.
The pipeline.
Yeah, the pipeline. If you end up kissing two brothers at separate times, like, you're going to end up fucking your step-cousins.
You're going to be spit roasted by cousins. Eiffel Towered.
All the doors are going to be full. Every orifice. Oh, Jesus. But yeah, I think people just like it for the smut and for the the bizarre aspect of it. Like this Penelope chick, like, who hurt you? Like, what's? I mean, but like, it's a real niche market as well. Like, where else can you get to consume such taboo dynamics in a safe space? Tumblr. Oh, it's been a hot minute since I've been on Tumblr. Jesus.
My friend had a whole porn blog.
I know a couple of people who had porn blogs. Yeah. Speaking of which, like, Tumblr became complete and utter disarray when they tried to, like, ban.
Yeah, I remember blog. And so much of it is censored now.
Yeah. It's weird that some things could still potentially seep through then, if not all of it's censored. Yeah. Maybe it just depends.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, Tumblr went to shit when porn died and the bots left.
Just like soft porn.
I had speaking of, the only intense fandom I've ever really been involved in is Taylor Swift. Alright. I had a Taylor Swift Tumblr account, alright? Hey, fun fact, she followed me though.
Wow.
I still have access to that account, I think, so fuck you. No. No, but here's the thing, like I would never read, like, a Taylor Swift fanfic or anything, because, like, that's a real person.
Like the Harry Styles ones?
Yeah.
My friend, because you remember you could post anonymously on someone, so my friend, someone was doing it, like, just admitting their love for her and stuff. Okay. And also, I think I've told this story before anyway, but we were like 16, and now she's like, I don't know who the fuck this is anyway, and so our other friends tracked the IP of it, and we found out who it was, and it was someone we knew, and then, like, it all blew up. It was a whole thing,
Wow, I'm impressed that you managed to track the IP. Jesus, what did you do? How did you do that?
It wasn't me, it was our other friends. They tracked the IP. I don't know, there must have been like an IP tracker app or something.
They're just tech savvy like that.
Yeah.
Wow. So was it like a person that she expected, or was it like?
But, like, they were really nice. They were just, like, complimenting her and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And, like, just
like not saying I'm in love with you, as in, like, I'm deeply I love your style type of thing.
No, they were in love with her, but it, like, romantic love.
Okay.
But it was also like, you're so pretty, like, blah blah blah, like, all, like, nice stuff.
Okay.
Like, weird, but like
at that point, just like ask them out or whatever if they feel that way. Yeah.
But, you know, like, all girls school and stuff, like,
okay. True.
Stunted emotions.
Oh yeah, true. Stunted emotions. So yeah, this is just a fun little episode. I don't know, little bonus thing.
No, it's a little bonus because Claire's mad at me.
I'm not mad!
I keep adhering to public holidays and we're not posting on public holidays.
No, that's alright. That's right. I'm not mad. It was a fun idea. And then I probably didn't have to mention the fact that we haven't had a bit of a scattered uploading thing. That's okay. This is fun. Yeah. Again, like, I'll find some 100 fics and I'll read some eventually and then I'll report back.
Sounds good.
But no, it's funny how since Manacled, like, you just opened yourself back up to fanfics again, yeah. And even on my social medias, TikToks, etc., just getting a lot of fanfic stuff pop up as well. But that's just the algorithm and everyone listening. Is there any other like fix you have planned in mind so far, or?
I'm just going to let the universe tell me what I need to read. Like, yeah, I let TikTok tell me, even though they keep lying to me. I think I have enough books on my TBR though, so.
I do, and a lot of like the 1 stars and everything that we get across the books that we do read, like it's always Book Talk lied to me, or there are big statements on TikTok of creators being like, yeah, Book Talk lied to me, but it's like, it's just probably not your style.
And I saw a thing as well that was also like, there are no bad books. Like when you're like, oh, when you refer to a book as bad, it wasn't a bad book, or it was just a book that you didn't enjoy.
Yeah,
like
for
it
sure.
wasn't your style.
Yeah. Book Talk or social media in general is just an ever-changing landscape. So like everything moves by so quickly. Like I remember, even though Akatar is still quite popular, but something like From Blood and Ash is like slowly slipping away, and new things are taking the forefront.
I think as well because we're in this microwave era.
Microwave?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because it's just like fast.
Right.
Yeah, microwave era where like if you don't release like 2 books a year at least, then like your fan base is going to fall off. Yeah, and that's why I think as well there's been all this controversy with Fourth Wing, because it was like Fourth Wing at the start of the year, Iron Flame at the end of the year, and now I've said this before, but now we're getting 10 months in between the now and the next book, and it's like, but there was only like 10-11 months between the first 2 anyway. Like it's just fast media to be hype and to stay on the FYPs or whatever,
Relevant.
and stay relevant. So I think it's hard to, in this day and age, to become like a really popular
And have longevity.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Like I think about like my first series was of like Harry Potter, but then after that I read when I was a young adult, my first young adult book was Skullduggery Pleasant.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and so I remember I would read the first one, and then I had to wait 2 years for the next one, and then same, and like then like a really chunky one came out, and it's like 2 years, and that's, you just had to do it. But now we're kind of in this demanding space where we're sacrificing quality for quantity. That was a really roundabout way of saying that.
Yeah, no, but I get what you're saying, because, there's a lot of TikToks of being like, especially with Iron Flame, like, oh, this felt rushed and it only took 10 months, etc., etc. Yeah, I get that. And with the whole dropping off, like, you literally just said to me, like, maybe half an hour ago that you are dropping off of From Blood and Ash because you're waiting so long for the next book as well.
Exactly, yeah.
And even though the next book comes out is more like a little guide to the world and extra little exclusive artworks and stuff, like, it's not the next book.
Yeah.
And, like, Jennifer L. Armentrout, she was smashing out books, prequels, as well as the main series.
And that's the thing. If you're going to set that precedence at the beginning, then go with that. But now, And I think also as well, though, because I think From Blood and Ash has been doing its rounds for a while, and it probably came out a few years ago, and then it shot into popularity. So it's like bang, 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 bang. So, again, that microwave era of TikTok, 30 seconds stuff. And I'm, like I said before, like, I'm dropping off, and I shouldn't have that attitude. I should be, I'm excited that I have to have this weight, because then it will be even better when I do get it.
Yeah, because hopefully the next one is the last one, I believe. And even now that I think about it, with, like, the Raven Kennedy Plated Prisoner books as well, Goldfinch, I don't know when that's coming out, but I know that's coming out this year. But
August,
that's...
I think, because I think I made a joke that it was going to be your birthday book.
Okay, yeah. Hey, I'll make it my birthday book. Yeah, and I think, we're just consuming media at a fast rate, and just like everything, all the media is being shortened.
Now there's these, because of the rise of BookTok as well and Bookstagram, there's these, these happy grab tropes and stuff for advertising.
Oh yeah, for sure, yeah.
Like enemies to lovers, one bed, and I know you've said previously, like, don't tell me the trope. Like, I want to be excited when I read it that this trope
let me
comes
recognize the trope in itself. Yeah, if tropes is advertising, needs to go. But, like, that's what they need to grab onto, because there are people like you who are addicted to certain tropes, like the one-bed trope.
Injury trope.
And injury tropes and all that type of stuff. But, that should be something you recognise. Otherwise, it just gets too repetitive. And then, where's the originality at the end of the day? But no, loving this little extra deep chat. It's great. But, as media is becoming shortened and, like, our attention spans are, shortening, it's like, we want these books, like, ASAP. It's almost like, if you're going to get published, you may as well have all the books finished and then release them, like, 6 months, and going by the standard that we think. It's crazy. It's funny, like, I can hardly sit through like a 30-second maybe TikTok, but like, depending on the content, like, I used to watch Critical Role for like 3 hours, 4 hours.
I was saying as well, so I was talking to someone the other day about TikTok, and I was saying, now I sit there and I watch them in 2 times speed because I can't sit through 30 seconds.
Yeah. And some people just take too long to tell the story as well. They do that on purpose because they want the two-part.
Yeah, because someone has to watch for at least 7 seconds for like it to go into the creator fund. Like,
oh, it must be nice for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was this one TikTok that I saw of a lady talking about how her ex-husband's mistress stayed the night at her house, and she was like an older lady, I'm gonna say like 40s, maybe 50s, but like the way she was just going on and on about certain things, it's like, can you please be concise and get to the point? It's like, I know I can fluff around with explaining things, but come on. And then she's like, oh, I'll tell in the next part. It's like, bro, I hardly know what happened in this part. Come on. Yeah, everyone's trying. Yeah, at the same time, like the attention span, but then they need 1,800 parts to tell a story. Like infamously, that lady who told a 52-part story about person she married or something. Like there's this whole thing. Yeah, it's like, bro, that could have been a 40-minute YouTube video. Like just let it out.
But 40-minute YouTube video is only going to get so much engagement, whereas at 50, like the TikToks, like
yeah, I know, it's all about engagement, and like social media is just, it's all fake. Everyone just wants to be easy way to get famous and go viral, and then it's just about longevity and sustaining. That's why this will forever be just like a hobby. No expectations. We don't care. Anything else we want to discuss in this little bonus?
I think that's all that I've got. Yeah.
Alrighty. We'll be sure to, if there's ever like a part 2 of smutty books that Kenzie's read, we will rip right into it. Or maybe the next time we do something like this, I may have read some fics. We shall see how we go. I don't know when this will be released, so catch you on the flip flop.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.